who is with TVFanatic.com, and she is a managing editor of TVFanatic.com. Good morning, Carissa. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. How about you, McGraw?
All right, good. You were off sick last week. I wanted to make sure you were all right.
Yeah, I am. Thank you.
All right, let's talk. Netflix got hacked. Everyone hacks Netflix. No one buys it. Everyone uses their brother's password. So what's this Netflix story?
Yeah, but what's weird is that they were actually held for ransom.
What happened?
Well, the episodes are online.
Well, I don't understand. What do you mean? Somebody just took the episodes and put them online for free?
Well, somebody took the episodes and actually, held them for ransom and actually asked for ransom in return for the episodes.
And did Netflix pay?
No.
So what episodes are we talking about?
There's a 10 out of the 12 episodes. I think 13 episodes for the upcoming season of Orange is the New Black, which doesn't appear until June 5th.
So they stole these episodes?
Yeah.
What do you mean they stole? What do you mean they stole? They block you from watching them?
Well, no, but you can't watch them now unless you go out and steal them yourself.
Because they literally
they're essentially screeners. So I can watch them,
right?
Because I'm so special, but so I can review them for everybody, but somebody else can't watch them. So they stole those.
So they stole the digital content?
Yeah, the digital content of what they give to PR people and stuff ahead of time so that they can do reviews and news pieces and things like that.
And so this is an ongoing controversy then?
Well, I mean, yeah, the guy, he's not quiet about it. He's going to get caught, and he's going to end up going to prison.
Right.
Because he's stomping around Twitter saying, ho, 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 your dark overlord is here.
What is he asking for?
I thought I saw 5 million, but let's be real. People can buy Netflix just for a sample period and watch the whole season. So I'm not sure where he's getting his numbers.
Right. Interesting. All right. There you go. You got one story. Now, this 13 Reasons Why. This is the hottest thing going on Netflix now. Speaking of Netflix.
Yeah. It's pretty much up there.
Have you seen this?
I have seen it.
And
I have issues with it.
You have issues with it?
Any of it?
I've watched the first 2 episodes. My first issue is I can't get over the fact that teenagers are using cassettes.
Well, she wants to make the people work for it.
Clearly. I've heard there are parents freaking out and school districts freaking out over this.
It's so interesting because, and for your listeners, if they aren't sure what it is, it's a story of a girl who commits suicide and leaves 13 reasons why via cassette tapes to her friends and not so much friends, and makes them listen to it or else. And there's a, kind of a ransom situation going on there, or bribery or whatever it is in that case. I don't know.
But they're making it. Their argument is that they're glorifying suicide.
I don't see it as glorifying suicide as much as I see it as this terribly sick young woman who was obviously in a lot of pain, takes her pain and then forces it upon 13 others who are also in just as much pain as she was, but because she was so ill, and that's just what teenagers do.
Right.
The reason why I think teenagers commit suicide is because they don't have the mental capacity to understand that everybody else is going through the same stuff they are.
Right.
They just see it differently and process it differently. And so that's what the show does, is it shows her kind of bullying all these other kids with her
own
messages.
issues. With her own issues.
Yeah, and making it worse. I mean, by the end, you're wondering how many more of these kids are going to want to kill themselves just because of what she did. And that's not so much glorifying suicide, but I don't know if it's glorifying bullying or what it is. But
I've heard a lot of parents and a lot of school districts are up in arms over this. Any backlash on Netflix because of this?
no, they're apparently moving forward towards a season 2, which I think is a terrible idea. I don't see how you can make a second learning moment here.
Wow. So they're going to have another season of 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, they're going to have another girl. It's probably like who knows what they're going to do. They've got to be careful with all that. All right, that's that.
Yeah, there were 2 at the end that you could possibly
Have a sequel to?
Yeah, and just the thought of anybody wanting to make a sequel to something like that, it just blows my mind.
Speaking of sequels, Roseanne is coming back?
It looks like they're dragging her back out of the blue-collar hood for 8 episodes.
Is Dan, the husband, coming back, or did he die? Did John Goodman die in that series?
Yes.
I can't remember.
Yes, he did, because it was all in a book she was writing. That was the
that was
the key.
that was the season finale or the series finale?
Yeah,
Oh.
and she, on her webpage at one point, put down all the reasons, everything she thought would happen if she did come back to the show, and one of them was that Dan would come back to town after having faked his death.
John Goodman, by the way, part owner of the Big 550 KTRS. All right, 2 more here while we have you here, real quick. This American Gods on Starz is getting a lot of attention. Any good?
It's fantastic.
Really?
Yes.
Starz is one of those channels I actually have to buy, right?
Well, yeah, you do actually have to buy it. Or you could get it added on to your Amazon Prime.
Oh, all right. That's good to know. Give us the quick synopsis of American Gods.
It's based on a book by Neil Gaiman about old gods and new gods and their clash for the world. Old gods being the ones we've heard of, Odin.
The Greek gods.
The Greek gods in various forms. And the new gods being media, technical, love in a different form. I mean, there's just all kinds of, everything that we do now that people are obsessed with is a new god.
All right, that sounds pretty interesting, but you say it's great.
It is great.
And then what's this one on Amazon, Catastrophe?
The 3rd season just came up on that, Catastrophe, and it's very short seasons. It's a British production that Amazon purchased about an American man who went to the UK, met a woman. They had a weekend. She got pregnant in the 1st season, and they decided to make a go of it. And so he goes back to the UK, and it's their story. And it stars and is written by Sharon Horgan and oh my God, I love him so much. How could I not remember his name? Okay.
All right.
Rob Delaney.
Rob Delaney. All right. Rob Delaney.
Rob Delaney. And they have the best comic timing. And I laughed the entire way from beginning to end, but it's hard to remember that it's on there because it's only 6 episodes.
Catastrophe just started its 3rd season on Amazon and American Gods. And rumors that Roseanne might be coming back. All right, that is a chock full of news here. What about the writer's strike? How worried are you about this writer's strike?
They're on a sort of media blackout right now. But yesterday they went into talks, and there's conflicting information because the word was the companies infused the health plan, which is ailing,
right?
Because it's a self-funded health plan, and they had made a mess of it. So they made a larger dump into the health plan than was expected. But then if you do that, that's usually because you're going to
Right, you gotta,
offer up something less somewhere else.
right, yeah. So it's all about health care, continues to be, even with the writer's strike. All right, Carissa Pavlika, tvfanatic.com. Thanks for checking in. Chock full of stuff today. Hope you feel better, and we'll talk to you next Monday.
Thanks so much.
8:30, Big 5.